What's up, guys? It's your boy Hokage Puya, and man, SDFC first home game at Snapdragon Stadium. I'm gonna tell you this right now, though. I'm a little annoyed. You guys, I'm a little annoyed. I already recorded this video once. I did the player ratings and everything on my nice little Google Doc, but my computer crashed. This 10-year-old piece of shit computer, you guys. I have the first MacBook Air, so what do I expect? I'm trying to run all these applications on an 11-year-old laptop. I need to get a new one, but I'm broke. I don't want to. I'm lazy. I'm going to ride this thing until it dies and catches on fire. But anyway, guys, first of all, as it says in the title, I was on the freaking news. I was in the train or trolley going to the stadium, and this lady with her cameraman come in for the local CBS news station, and they're like, does anyone want to speak? Is anyone comfortable speaking? And everyone was quiet. Everyone was shy. And, I thought to myself, guys, I sat there, I thought to myself, you know what? I've been doing this YouTube thing for a year. Yes, I'm a nobody. Yes, I'm a bum YouTuber that makes videos for 10 viewers. Who cares? I speak in front of a camera almost 5 times a week to nobody. I could get in front of this camera and act like I'm talking to nobody. So I went on a live broadcast. She asked me one question. I spoke for like 30 seconds. I think I handled myself well. So I'll probably drop the link to that in the description if you want to watch that. Holla at your boy. I'm proud of myself of my first news appearance. I can finally say I was on the news. But anyway, whatever. No one cares about me. We're here to talk about the game. Game ended 0-0. Now, for the first home game, would I have wanted to win? Yeah. To carry the momentum of beating LA Galaxy last week, we wanted to get a win. But I'll tell you now, we played great. I mean, for this being only our second game in the MLS, I thought, the first game could have been a one-off with how comfortable we were with playing out of the back, under pressure, dominating possession. I thought, maybe there's a one-off. We come into this game, St. Louis basically realized after 5 minutes, we're not good enough to play with this team toe-to-toe, and they just sat back and defended for the rest of the game. And it was just SDFC. We had the majority of the possession. St. Louis tried to press us when we were playing out of the back, but we were too composed, and I really liked that, dude. I really like how we're already only 2 games in, and we're so composed passing out of the back. McNair, McVeigh, Negri, Loflusen, everyone in the back for the goalie Dos Santos, everyone is super comfortable playing out of the back. They're easily finding the right passes to, Godoy, De La Torre, Sverskov, whatever in the midfield. They were choosing the right times to play the ball long. Very impressed with them. So good performance all around in the defense. St. Louis had nothing for us in attack. I think throughout the whole game, I think in maybe the 70th minute, they had their only chance of the game. Their substitute striker, Klaus, got like a lucky shot in our box. But it was a tame effort. So Dos Santos scooped that up easily. But outside that, yeah, man, the defense did well. We dominated possession. We imposed our will onto St. Louis. But even when you play such a high line, you have to give the defense credit because they're more susceptible to counterattacks. They have to be more careful, and they navigated that perfectly on Saturday night. So I'm very happy with how they dealt with any attacking scenarios that St. Louis threw at us. Midfield, very happy with everyone in the midfield. De La Torre, Sverskov, Godoy, all had great games. This game really showed me why Sverskov is our captain. Like, I didn't really understand. I'm like, why is this Danish guy captain? I thought it would be Chucky, maybe even McNair coming from Northern Ireland. I was unsure. But this game, man, you saw that. Initially I thought Godoy and De La Torre were going to be, our technical midfielders, and Sverskov will get the dirty work done. But this game, you really saw Sverskov under pressure when the defense would pass to him in the passing out of the back. Even when he was under pressure by 1, 2, or 3 players, he was consistently finding the right pass to play out of the pressure, or was consistently beating his man and taking us out of a dangerous situation and opening up the game for us to go into attack. So very impressed with Sverskov. I could see why now he's the captain. Like, yes, out of the midfield 3 of Godoy, De La Torre, and him, he's going to be the more defensive-minded midfielder. But even then, out of all 3 of the midfielders, they're constantly, that's, if you play defensive mid, chances are for all 90 minutes of the game, you're not going to play defensive mid. You're not going to be the more defensive-minded midfielder. I felt Godoy, De La Torre, and Sverskov all interchange with each other very well throughout the game, depending on the scenario, who should defend more, who should go up more. Just, situational football. Go with the flow. Go with what presents yourself. So I like to see that the midfield isn't so rigid to, Sverskov always has to be the guy who stays back. Only De La Torre and Godoy should go up. My throat is itchy. They interchange. So That's good to see. And then I think the one thing we saw, oh my God, my throat is so itchy. The one thing we saw, a deficiency of this team is like when a team sits back, St. Louis really sit back and they park the bus, set 8 players in their own box and trying to counter with 2 players. Like that was the game plan. And I think you saw now a little bit of an issue with our team. Like Chucky went off in the 30th minute injured. Without Chucky, we didn't really have a really super rapid vertical threat on the St. Louis backline, so we could play long ball, so we could provide a more vertical aspect to our attack. And so what you saw was us pressing St. Louis back, having all the possession, all this nice passing side to side around the box. And we did create like 4 or 5 good opportunities. Ingvartsen had an open header that he put above the crossbar, so he really should have scored in the second half. But what you saw was, all right, we're pegging these guys back. They're parking the bus. They were trying to be too perfect along the 18. They were trying to create the perfect shot. Dreyer, Ingvartsen, Boateng, who came on for Chucky. They were trying to engineer, a clear shot that they could take, nice and pretty. And at times, man, I was at the stadium and I'm screaming in the stands, just shoot, man. Just shoot. Even the midfielders, just shoot around the 18. But they weren't. They were trying to pass, and create chances. And I guess, if the coach is telling him to do that, fine. But Ricky Varas, maybe encourage these guys to shoot more, take more chances, because you never know. A shot deflects, goes in, the shot swerves, and the goalie parries it, and it falls for a rebound goal. Like, you never know. So I wanted more shots taken to test Roman Berkey, a very experienced goalie for St. Louis, former Dortmund #1 for like 4 or 5 years. So it was always going to be tough to beat him. But I really think if we pushed for it more, we could have got the goal. But even with that being said, like, we had 4 or 5 great opportunities. I think we deserved 1 or 2 goals in this game, but you could say you deserved it, but the scoreline is the only thing that matters. The only stat that matters is the stat in the top left hand of the screen, and of this top left hand of the, if you're watching the game on TV, the top left hand of the screen, which is the scoreboard. That's all that matters. 0-0. St. Louis defended well. Credit to them, but yeah, I really feel that we missed out on 3 points here. Now, I'm not disappointed. It's only our second ever game. This team is going to grow more, but I'm interested to see a couple things. Will we be more direct in attack sometimes? Will we play more vertically? Will we play more long balls just to threaten it? Even if it's unsuccessful, just play them, just to show them that threat, that, oh, we will try this. We're not just going to pass right in front of you. We'll try to go vertical and direct and get Rutsen behind the line. Will we see more of that? Another thing I want to see is, it's great, guys, that we pass around the back. We look so good doing it. We're probably the best team in the MLS. It's only 2 games, right? But we're probably the best team in the MLS right now passing out of the back. I mean, I haven't seen other teams playing like this so comfortably out of the back under pressure. Seriously, I was impressed. And even seeing it in person at the stadium, I was like, wow, man, like, for only our second ever MLS game, professional game, like, this is crazy that we are playing such a sophisticated style of football and doing it so comfortably, because I don't think a lot of people expected that coming into the season. So, hey, I'm for it, and I think that shows that we're a team to just be taken seriously in our first ever season. Like, we're not going to take 2 or 3 seasons to get warmed up to the league. We're here to compete now. Now, there's some issues, like our squad probably isn't deep enough to compete for the MLS Cup. It probably isn't. Like, you saw Chucky goes off, and we kind of look a little weaker in attack, and we don't have that dynamic winger to come off the bench. If Godoy or De La Torre get injured, are our substitute midfielders good enough? If McVeigh or McNair, our center back pairing, get injured, is the backup center back good enough? We're gonna have to see as we go throughout the season. So, good game, 4 points out of 6. I think a lot of people coming into this season didn't even expect us to get points on the board within our first couple of games, but we have 4 out of 6 points. We're 3rd in the Western Conference, I believe so. And next up, we have Real Salt Lake away from home. And yeah, really hyped. If you went to the game, you went to the stadium, it was super hyped there. The opening ceremony we have was awesome. Like, fireworks. Our star baseball player for the Padres, Manny Machado, came out holding up the chrome ball. Yeah, fireworks, freaking light show, all that. We sang the national anthem. They did a really cool, like, they had the crowd sing the national anthem, which I thought was a great, like, nice little touch. So yeah, good, successful opening weekend at the Snapdragon. Can't wait for more home games. Obviously, I'm a season ticket holder, so I'm going to be going to a lot more games. If anybody even watches these, should I vlog these games? Should I get, ask people for their thoughts? I don't know. I've kind of been thinking about that. Like, should I walk around with a microphone and get people's thoughts after the game, what they're feeling like, get a little bit of a fan channel going here? I don't know, maybe make this a little bit of an SDFC hub. Maybe I'm being optimistic. Maybe I'm going to be too lazy to do that anyway. Who knows? But yeah, 0-0, positive signs, not many negatives from this game besides not scoring. And yeah, what else can I say? I'm going to keep this one short. My first take was like 30 minutes long where I did the player ratings and everything, but it is what it is. The video didn't work. It had no volume. This is the shorter version, the uglier version, right up in my face on the iPhone camera. So deal with it. It's been your boy Hokage, guys. MLS content. I can't believe I'm doing MLS content. If it wasn't for SDFC, I wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't be doing MLS content if it wasn't for SDFC. I'm telling you right now. But I'm all in. I'm excited. And I'm ready to go, bros. It's your boy Hokage. Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.